What's going on? Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, I did. I don't look like homie clown, right? What's up, Tony B? Yeah, man, I shaved that sucker. I was looking like I was looking like homie clown last night. Oh man, that's crazy. I was like, damn, I'll never let my head go that far long like that. Yeah, I shaved it. I had to get cleaned up. I had to wear a suit and tie today. I had to go deal with them people. Close out a couple of contracts, and I'm getting so much work right now. It's crazy. It's like overwhelming. So, other than that, everything is good. Yeah, he was on one yesterday, man. We was doing like push-ups last night. We worked out twice. We doing like 2 days. Today I only did like one time because I had like other engagements. And like tomorrow, Big U go to court tomorrow, but I can't go. So I don't go for him anyway. I go for that clown loose cannon. So, you know, um, when they start trial, I'll go. But tomorrow, man, money calls, all that can wait. They just filing a bunch of motions and setting the trial date and stuff like that. But other than that, man, I'm gonna keep it moving. It's things. It's like I was talking to some kids today, and he's facing the same thing, bro. I don't know why you don't have that PDF, bro. You just go online and read it for yourself. I don't know why you don't do that, bro. If you sat there and read that stuff for yourself, brother, it'll blow you back, man. So I don't know, Tony. I think so, bro. Tony Scott, is there still peace talks between? I don't know, bro. What's up, Keith Thomas? I don't know, Tori Scott. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I hope it is, man. But the brothers in my generation, we get along more than anything. We used to be like real live enemies. But now we not like that no more, bro. Because I'm telling you, man, once you go to that up in that penitentiary, man, and you be up in there with them brothers, man, you realize they just like you. They built like you, some of them, and you come from that same type of mentality. But up in there, you come closer, man, because we're really not enemies up in there like that. Because it's a black thing. So it changes the narrative on how you view things. And then 9 times out of 10, man, you up in there, you studying, you getting your head together. You yearning for freedom. You feel miss out of place and all that type of stuff. What's up, Ray Ray? Washington, D.C. Assalamu alaikum. And it just when you get older, brother, you try to encourage brothers to run away from that stuff. Well, who was coming through that most from Atria? What do you mean, Frank? I don't know what you're saying. You said who was coming through that most from 83rd? What names? What do you mean? What do you mean over there in that section or in the penitentiary or? That's a lot of brothers, man. You can't name all them brothers was up in that penitentiary, man. I don't understand your question. You got to be more clear on that. If you see my background over here by the water, over there, I was gonna go, over my place and go by the pool, man. But I didn't feel like it, man. I need to get outside a little bit more. Last night that dude 600 had me out there real late. I didn't get back home to like almost like 10:30 or something like that. Uh, it depends, man. Not too many people, Frank. Uh, it wasn't too many. I know a couple of them brothers caught hot ones over there. Ken and Kimbone, may Allah be pleased with them brothers. Rest in peace. And you know, what you call it? Slowpoke and football had that on their jacket. They caught that case. That was huge for them. Um, but not too many people, man. It's like they'll come through, they'll slide, catch somebody, but you don't know who it was. Yeah, he was a part of that war for sure. See, one thing about you can't take that away from Big U, brother. He was there, at that wartime. And I tell dudes all the time, bro. You can't take nothing from him, dealing in that particular era in that third generation, bro. You can't take nothing away from him. All the other stuff that comes, the attribute that comes would come with him. It's just deeper than what everybody think it is, and I just don't speak to it because it'll wake up a sleeping giant, and I'm not gonna try to do that to none of the brothers over there. Yeah, back then he was my crimey, bro. Of course he was my comrade back then. Come on, man. It was a group. All of us was comrades, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It was so many of us, bro. It just like it wasn't no just like a dudes we talking about a elite group and all. Nah, brother, we was all with the stupid stuff, bro. I heard somebody giving up information from Operation Draws Down. Who's spilling the beans? Hey Tony, that's what I'm waiting for, man. Um, I know for sure the boy Loose Cannon, he's compromised. And I truly believe in my heart that everybody that's out has been cooperating to some degree in certain matter. I believe that. Uh, so who's Bear Claw? I don't know who Bear Claw is, bro. I know who Big Bear Claw is. Big Bear Claw is F-Bone. I don't know. I don't. That's Little Bear Claw. I don't know who he is. You know. Uh, So to me, he's a minion. What's up, Street Baller? He's a minion. He's a boy. He don't have no backbone. Because if you running with draws, Big, you got to have some type of backbone, man. Because certain things he may do, you got to be like, man, hell no. Nah. Because that's how me and him was with each other. I'll be like, hell motherfucking no. Nah. Hell no, nah, bro. We ain't doing that. And all the rest of the brothers that was running with us, man, we'd be like, hell no. Nah. So, but if he can get away with it, he's going to roughshod run over you. But if you stand up to it, he's not going to do that, bro. Because you got to have some type of check and balance around you when your homies or your friends, even right today, you got to have people that have a strong will and a strong mind that ain't afraid of you to tell you that you're doing something stupid. Yeah, up on. Yeah. So that's just what that is, man. But now it's like it's time for us to let them youngsters, man, like, hey, man, turn your back on that stuff, because in order for you to elevate in life, you're gonna have to turn your back on it, man, because when you're in the streets, you're not gonna accomplish too much of nothing. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. In order, no, F-Bone's still alive. In order for you to get a reputation, you're gonna have to do some stupid shit, man. You're gonna have to create some violence. You gotta do violence. You're gonna have to do a whole lot of stupid shit, and you put yourself at risk to get a stupid prize. So I encourage the brothers to parachute from away from over there. If you want a reputation, man, you want to get to the bag, turn your back on that, man. If you want to use your street cred to whatever street cred you have to be a rapper or something like that, you really don't have to you really don't have to be a gangster or a gang member to be a rapper now, bro. You can just come out there, brother, and just have some hell of a bars and know how to split. You don't have to fit into that culture. Even though that culture gonna mimic or whatever you're saying, you don't have to fit into that, bro. So if brothers tend to find their way from that, I think the better off they're gonna be, man. Because if they don't, that penitentiary is it ain't playing no games. Some of the rappers, yeah, a lot of them rappers are fake, bro.
Oh, is that what you're gonna say?
Nah, I don't see Tony B. You got to pay attention, bro. Like I said, if you brothers read the indictment or you brothers read the paperwork, you're not gonna find Whack 100 or 600 or anybody that's on the internet in that paperwork. If they is in the paperwork, it's like being a victim or something like that. But they're not in the paperwork to the point where they lined him up or nothing like that. Nah, bro. Um, what's up, Ho? Um, them non-affiliates, them busters, line Big U up, bro. That's who lined him up, man. Them non-affiliate dudes, they lined him up. Brick Baby got a different case. He got a gun case, bro. So, but like I said, man, we can speculate all we want to, right? But if the brother go to trial, that's when everything's gonna come out. What's up, HQ? HO. But if when he get his discovery, then that's when all that stuff gonna come out. But other than that, we can speculate all we want to. I just seen dudes run content talking about 600 and Whack 100 got him locked up. Nah, bro. They didn't get that brother locked up. Are they trolls? Oh, most definitely. One of the two biggest trolls I've ever seen in my life, bro. Trolls. They trolls, man. But them telling on that brother, because I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. In order for you to tell on that particular case right there, you had to be around that individual doing that whole investigation. You know. And if you wasn't around doing that investigation, there's no way in the world that you can be a part of it. It's just common sense, bro. And sometimes things is not too common to some people, but they don't have common sense, man. People think out of feelings, out of rage. Right, that's right, Tony. He's gonna find out, bro. And once he find out, I believe he's gonna get a lawyer. Once he find out who's telling on him, he's gonna get a lawyer. But see, this is where the tricky part comes in at, because you have a lot of dudes. I'm gonna tell you about these investigations, bro. Um, my brother say he don't know you, bro. Get out of here. Um, once about these investigations, bro. Let me tell you about them, bro. They gonna go pick up so many people, right? Um, it's gonna be a lot of people, bro, that do a whole lot of telling, man, and they not even being charged for nothing. They just giving up information, but they gonna be inside that paperwork, bro. Just like in my brother case, it shocked me how many dudes was up in there in that paperwork, bro. Sitting down with the police and giving interviews and stuff like that. And the cold part about it, bro, this is why I say the streets, it becomes selective, because if you dealing with the street, they tell you not to to go inside the police station and have no interview or nothing like that and stuff like that. But dudes do it anyway, because they first inclination when they get caught or they get gaffled up or they be brought in for questioning is find a way out of whatever is going on. They don't want to be a part of nothing. So that's what dudes do, man. And me personally, I understand that, because that's a natural disposition that a lot of people do. They do that, so, and that's just the way it is, man. So it's gonna be a lot of people in that paperwork, man, that made statements, man, up in there, and they had nothing to do with the case. Watch. Right, right. So it's like this, bro. If you become compromised and you're part of that gang culture and you're compromised, you might as well just go on and go. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Nah, bro, I ain't went to no court, bro. The court's tomorrow. What are you talking about? yeah, man, it's like, and I truly believe, bro, that a lot of them individuals, bro, I truly believe like a lot of individuals over there, that brother had them brothers, they was intimidated by the brother. They didn't like the brother for whatever particular personal reason why they didn't like the brother. Um, when he went to jail, you should have seen how many people was over there, man. Like they was had a party over there. They was talking about him like a dog. I was like, wow. I heard dudes talk about him, brother, that I never thought would talk about him like that, bro. So it's like, man, a lot of individuals, brother, have some ill feelings towards that, towards him, and they felt that he messed that section up, big time, that he was a part of the destruction of that section. So and I'll be like, man, and me by me being a man who I am and a Muslim, and when dudes try to call me with the negativity, I'll be like, bro, don't call me with that stuff, man. You was rocking with him, man. Don't call me with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you was rocking with him, you was doing what you doing with him, and now just because me and him don't get along, to so to speak, don't call me and have me think I'm gonna vouch for you or be on your side because you have some type of ill feelings towards the brother or something like that, bro. It's easy for you to address that when he was out here, because when me in his case, I addressed that between me and him. Maybe they took his side over mine. Okay, alhamdulillah. I took that and I said, okay, I know what I need to do. I need to stop messing with you clowns. You know, so and that's just what that is, man. But don't call me with that craziness, that crazy shit, man, because I'm not gonna do that. They say the feds, no big U sent that for nil, but can't tie it together fully. What you think? Hey man, I don't know, bro. Allahu alam, bro. I don't know about that one, Tony. I really don't, man. This dude, right? Don the one. Okay, bro. Whatever you say, bro. If you marked out them dudes, bro, you marked them out, bro. Okay, alhamdulillah. I don't care. It don't matter to me, man. It don't matter to me. You can mark out anybody you want to mark out, bro. I don't care about none of that. You know, if a dude, if you and somebody face and you mark a person out and they face, maybe they didn't want the confrontation, maybe they were scared. I don't know, bro. That's your story, and you stick to it. But little bro say he don't even know who the hell you are, so I'm gonna rock with that, man. Cause one thing about him and me, bro, we don't mind if we take a loss on something, or if we done something like that, brother. It's there's no harm in saying to tell what happened, man. Because when you a member and you moving through life just as being a man, bro, you ain't gonna win every fight. You ain't gonna win every battle. You ain't gonna win every argument. You ain't gonna win every decision. It's never gonna happen, bro. You know. You couldn't do it, HO. That's good, bro. You older now. You're gonna me. Yeah, bro. That alhamdulillah. Right, man. That right. Nah, no man. He didn't win every fight. I seen the squabble, bro. I seen the squabble he had with somebody. He didn't win that fight, bro. I'll let somebody else tell that story, bro. But nah, bro, he didn't win every fight. It's impossible for you to win every fight, bro, when you coming up, being a squabbler, because somebody might get a lucky hit, a lucky punch, and you might not even be yourself that day. You not be ready. So that's just what that is, bro. You know, the energy was off. I don't know about that HO, man. I wasn't around like that, man. But I used to hear stories about that, over there like that, bro. I hear it was like too much political. I don't know about that either, Tony B. That's something I don't know anything about. I heard about that, man, but I don't know. I heard from different sources, not just 600 or Rose or something like that, and heard from other brothers over there saying that he slammed the brothers. Oh, so this was just recently, huh? Ho, this was recently. That means that it wasn't a lot of more kids over there like that. Oh man, come on. Hey Donna One, where you used to be from, bro? Since you talking all this stuff, talking about you put pans on Gator and slept too, where you used to be from? Where you from, bro? What section you used to be from? Well, that's the story, Tony B. Hey man, it's a lot of stuff that went on over there, bro. Stacked. That's a fact, Tony B. Yeah, man. Well, you got to get up when you old. Like me, bro. It's like if a youngster be want to fight me or something like that, but I don't put myself in them type of situation, man. I'm not gonna play fair with him. Period. You know. Even though I work out, I have a little win and stuff like that, bro. I don't put myself in certain situations, man. you know. Right. Yeah, no hat. uh Damn, I was last year. Dang, that's crazy. So how did you feel about that, man? Your kid being around that right there, and what you said the energy was off, and so man, that's crazy. So how long did your son play over there? How long did you let your son play over there in that league? Hey Frank, here goes some big girls for you. Let me give you these big girls right here. Oh, okay. Thanks, Hennessy. All right, I'm sorry. Um, you can hear me now, all right? All right. Hey, Nat Turner, I seen that, bro. I seen that Gumby interview. Yeah, I was on. I was there. I was on. I was on. I was on B yard, and Devil and them and Gumby and them was on C yard, and I heard about that. Um, and I heard the story behind that. I was like, damn. But bro, Dale was like a booty goon. He always been a booty goon up in there, bro. Man, nah, bro. Tony B, that's a lie. Loose Cannon lied about that. Yeah, that boy Devil. I know him. I know Devil very, very well, bro. Loose Cannon Daddy told on him and got him up in there. He lied. He at least he lied. Told on him. You can't hear me still. Can you hear me now? Okay. All right. Wait, let me turn it up. All right. Space Ghost. Better. Ah, man, I don't know. That's hard to turn. Did the Hoovers actually try to stage an intervention? I don't know, bro. I think they try to run a bro. I don't know. I ain't from over there. I don't know. I don't know the details of that. But from what I've seen and what I was listening to, I think they were just kind of mad, man, because it wasn't none of their people there, bro. You understand? So, but they have a bigger platform with their people on back on Fig. So I don't understand why they just want to go over there. No, 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 no. Man, Devil wasn't going for that, bro. Devil was a joint up in there, bro. You know that dude. Devil was a joint. Even though he was a booty gone, he was a rider. You do have dudes that be booty goons that be riders, bro. Bro, I never got put on 60s, man. When you grew up over there like that and you come off the porch, some dudes just never got put on. Big, you didn't get put on. I didn't get put on. There's a bunch of us didn't get put on, bro. Our demonstration, brother, spoke for itself. You wanted to get up out of there because son was around all that. Yeah, 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 right. Do you believe in Jesus? Yeah, I believe in Jesus. Lamont, Fat Rat, and Monty Cody book. Yeah, Fat Rat was a goon, bro, for sure. I used to walk down 10th Avenue and dare someone to step. Hey, man, get out of here. You stupid. Nah, that's not true, man. Keep telling me that's not true, bro. Keep telling me, bro, you should have some type of logical reason about yourself. Real dudes ain't gonna put themselves out there like that, right? Okay, and I'm gonna leave that right there. No, that's not the rules, brother Jane. That's not the rules when we was growing up. We didn't get put on, bro. It's a bunch of us didn't get put on. What are you talking about? Maybe in this new era. Well, back then, bro, we didn't. Nah, bro, get up out of here. Ho, you must didn't like that whole situation. You didn't like that situation, huh, Ho? You really disturbed behind that, huh? $600 was running. What are you talking about? 600 was running. I heard running where? Right, I'm sure. Hey, my IG is like Stan ready, Stan _ ready. Oh, you gonna be at that beach? All right, brother. All right, but my Instagram is like staying STYING _ ready. We banned for. All right, bro. All right, we banned, bro. Okay, that's cool. I don't mind being banned. That's okay with me, brother. I'll stay banned. If you, all right, bro. If you want me banned from anywhere you want me banned from, brother, I'll stay banned, man. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, I don't want no problems. I'm not trying to get. I'm not trying to get tricked off the streets. I ain't trying to do another 20 years. I ain't trying to do none of that, bro. So if Devil was on the main line, didn't know who was allowed booty goons. Yeah, man, come on, man. A lot of them dudes was booty goons, bro. No, I never met Eric Holder, bro. Come on, Nat Turner. Come on, bro. You know them. Hey, man, it was different back then, bro. Now I'm gonna tell you this though. We got tired. We got tired on. We got tired of the booty goons, and so we got rid of the homosexuals on after level 4. One day we came out on them yards, bro. Y'all got the bounce. Hey man, you should have seen some of them brothers, man. They looked like they was gonna cry, man, that we was rolling them dudes up off the yard, bro. You should have seen that. That was priceless. Man, that's a lie, bro. I know Gumby ain't said no shit like that, bro. Come on, man. I know that's a lie. Yeah, I know Turtle very well, bro. Turtle was a solid dude. Turtle, solid dude, man. I know Turtle. He was in the module with me, bro. Straight solid dude, man. Good dude, bro. Real respectful, man. You know, he was just a solid dude. All right, I seen that. It popped up on my phone, bro. I seen it. I seen it already, Ho. I seen it. Your name is Harry. I seen it. Salute to answer my question, big dog. All right, no problem, bro. You know, see, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. You know, I'm gonna tell you the truth, even if it's against myself. Um, you know, it's like dudes, man, in that penitentiary, bro. It's a lot of brothers, man. Uh, he said that, bro. He put it on. He said that, bro. He put it on. And I don't. Who? What are you talking about, Keith Thomas? What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, in that penitentiary, bro, you had a brothers was bully. It was like, man, they was straight, man. I was like, man, I had some ex-comrades, man. I used to be, and I was Muslim at the time, right? What's up, Scooby Doo Doo? I was Muslim at the time, bro, right? I don't know, man. I don't know about that, bro. Nah, bro, it's cold out here, bro. Seriously. I just had this, I just put this on, man, because I just had my t-shirt on. It got cold. Hey, man, bro, get up out of here. Who I'm calling? I mean, what do you mean, Scooby Dooby Doo? What are you talking about? They asking questions. No, I don't believe in that COVID stuff, no. Hey, bro. Hey, sir, I pray 5 times a day, bro. I bow my hand, bow my head. No, I'm not working out right now, bro. I'll take it off when I work it out. But it get cold on this beach, bro. If you ever be on this beach, the wind blows so much, man. You'll have to put something on. What do you? I don't understand that, bro. I don't understand that, Eddie. What are you talking about, bro? You got to be more clear on that, bro. I think this was in 19 when I got back to Calipatra. It was in 1990. I think it was not 1995. I think it was like 1997, 96 or 97. I mean, hey, Don, the one, you gonna come over? You gonna come down to the beach and talk to me about that? You know, so I can know who you are. Come on, brother, can shake your hand a little bit. They started removing them dudes in 1997, man. Hey, bro, hey, Nat Turner, you should have seen the face of them dudes. Like the dude was in the cell with them booty goons. You had one dude, like two dudes, that when the homosexual was getting walked to the program office, them dudes wanted to leave with them dudes, man. You know, and I was like, dang. Oh man, me and 600 don't be having no tension with each other, man. You know, if you guys really knew that brother, man, that's a good brother, man. You know, outside this YouTube stuff, he's a good dude, bro. It was a lot of them, Lamont. It just wasn't just one section, man. Do I know Mustafa Johnson? I know a lot of Mustafa, so I don't know who you talking about. Yeah. No, oh man. uh, right, okay. Oh man, that's crazy. Gummy said on No Jumper that the Hoovers don't play. That was he was talking to Adam. Don't come at him with the gay games. Now he's not talking about the brothers from his section, man. You guys got to learn how to comprehend and know what a person is talking about, bro. You got a picture of me, H.O.? Right, Tony B. Oh, okay, all right. Shoot it to me. No, I can't go tomorrow, bro. I can't go. I have other things to do, bro. I can't go, man. You know, money calls. No, I didn't know the basketball coach, but I knew the football coach. The football coach is my mother's sister son. He's my first cousin. Robert Garrett. That's my first cousin. Oh man, you stupid, man. They don't do no happy endings, man. I don't know if they give happy endings. I know you talking about HO. I don't know if he going tomorrow, bro, but I know I can't go, so I don't know what he doing, but I can't go tomorrow, man. But for sure, I'm gonna go to trial. You know, I'm gonna go to the trial for sure. You know, if they let me up in that joint, man, because they might not want to let us up in there. Oh man, here we go, man. Okay, Lotto, how did he help in the case? Is his name in the paperwork? If his name is not in the paperwork, man, you can't attach that to that brother, man. If he need it, I will. I'll go put some money on his books. If he need it, bro, I ain't got a problem with that. He said they all telling on each other. Right. I believe, yeah, down to one. I believe that. I believe that to be true. That's right, Sora. Appreciate that. Oh, damn, baby mama. She only text me when she wants something. That's crazy. Yeah, I see. I was surprised he said that, Keith Thomas. I really was. I was surprised he said that, man. I was like, man. No, I was never on the yard with Cutes, man. My brother was. He's dude. Tony B said he don't need no money. Send it to my IG. Nah, I mean, no, he won't, bro. Say James, you guys gotta understand, bro, that I'm not a boy. He understand my position, my disposition. He does what he does. I respect what he does, and he respect what I do, bro. But you know, all this stuff can end, man. I'm telling you, bro. If dudes basically if Big U would have just apologized to that kid, man, it'd have been over. It'd have been over. It wouldn't even been all that, man. Because when he first contacted me, I said, look, bro, I haven't talked to Big U for like almost 30 years. He called me, and I was like, hey, bro, I'll come get you. I know where the kid be at, working out at, because he stay in my area. I said, we can go holler at him. And I don't know no vitality or nothing like that. Just holler at him, man, and we can squash all that. He didn't want to do it, bro. It could have been that easy, man. It could have been that easy. No, he didn't use me, bro. You got to understand, man, that our case is public record. If you Google my name or Google his name, it'll pop up. It's not like that. It wasn't for the public eye to see. Right. Keep telling me that. Right. That's why he really there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he really went up there, bro. And maybe he has a gripe. Maybe he do. Maybe he don't. Me personally, I don't give a shit about who on the show and who want to be seen and who want to be this and who want to be that. Just because you got dudes up there, man, from different sections and stuff like that, man. Maybe, you know, it's different relationships, man. But for dudes to get mad at another black man because he got some motion or something like that, bro, I don't agree with that, bro. Man, I don't, bro. I can do what I want to do, James. That's why. You stupid, Lamar. Oh man, but that I don't think that the gay Hoover and you know, I'm no disrespect to the out of town brothers, man, but when you dealing with the Los Angeles, California gang sector, I think they need to stay up out of that because I see a lot of brothers from out of town. They be trying to comment on what goes on in California. They need to comment on the stuff and see what's going on over there in their state, because if the California culture is deadly, more deadly than theirs, you know, it's more backdoors, it's more grimier, it's more all type of stuff, bro. So, and what they try to do, they try to compare their gangster crippin' blood or something to California. It'll never work, bro. It's too different. It's too far fetched. It'll never happen. You know, I had a dude, this dude from Florida. He supposed to be from '60s. He was saying that I didn't know Lil Feed and all that, and I was like, man, get the hell up out of here. You know, dude, a lot of dudes speak on things they don't have no knowledge about. Man, come on, man, get up out of here. Uh, right, but he got 40s up there, but still though, it doesn't matter that he had Brick Baby up there. You know, so it don't matter where you from, bro. That's brother. It's about business. It's about the money. Everything is about the money, man. If a dude got motion and that man can figure out, man, that yeah, it ain't shit, bro. I believe with that right. It ain't shit. It's trash. If dudes got motion and that man see dudes got motion and potential, he's gonna put him up there, bro, because it generate money for him. Who can't see that? That's what I'm saying, man. Some things, man, is common sense, bro. It just he don't care where you from. If it right, Gumby don't need no motion, man. Gumby beat him, but from my understanding, Gumby beat a murder, bro, and he got paid from that big money. So Gumby don't need no motion, bro. Gumby should be all right, bro. You know, and a lot of dudes who didn't understand why he did that to Devil. I understood why he did that to Devil up in there, bro. Because when you dealing with them goons, man, you know, it's like they would disrespect you, man, to on the highest level. Right. If Treyway from who it was out on 12 will put him on no jumper. It doesn't matter who you from, bro. It's the motion. I don't care if you can from Timbuktu. On my IG is Stan STYING_ready. What's up, Kenny B? What's going on? Y'all think Whack a goon or no? I don't think he no goon, bro. He got paid. That's what I'm saying. So Gumby really don't need no motion. Gumby got paid 6 M's. He's okay. You know, and that's my thing, man. It's like I think the brother is I think that brother is basically genuinely from where he's from, and he see that a lot of them dudes don't have no motion. He's a drunk junkie. You stupid. There is surveillance in most of the hood, so youngsters might be setting themselves up. Yeah, bro. Hey, Nat Turner. I was gonna post it, man. It was like he said he need to sit down, bro. He can do his thing. He can pop what he need to pop, but he don't need to be like in them type of settings. You know what I'm saying? Let them youngsters have them settings. Let them youngsters try to get that motion. You know, that's what he need to do, man. But I just see, but if he has a ideal in a way that he can get his section some motion, you know, he has to try that. Lamar, yeah, I heard that. You know, so You know, it's just not that section. It's a lot of brothers, man, from a whole lot of sections, man, from everywhere. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you from Watts, Compton, Hoover, 60s, gangsters, whatever. You know, dudes was up in there like that, bro. And that's just what that was, man. It was frowned. I couldn't understand it though. It was just like nasty. It used to make me cringe. You know, I used to see some of my ex comrades like that, bro. I used to be, man, bro. I used to be talking so much crap to them. It's unbelievable, bro. No, I don't know them, Kevin. I don't know they older than me, so I don't know them. He said start the Gumby show or something. Hey James, you ain't gonna get, you go sit down somewhere, bro.
Friendly, super friendly, but mainly the people and dogs that people size are small. Right? It's the big dogs that are like this guy.
Now that was Baby Eddie. That was Baby Eddie boy. That was Leonard. LeRon Mitchell. It was open. Walk it down.
Fight and run is I don't know. I don't know. Some big dogs like it. I guess.
You talking about 4800? Not really, but it was some up in there. I done seen some dudes get raped up in there, bro. I done seen dudes rape dudes up in there, man, from every section, man. I done seen dudes just raping dudes, man. You know, and the dudes that basically got raped up in there, they was a part of a small gang. They wasn't a part of a big gang, you know, because when you touch a person from a big gang or a reputable gang, you got problems. But them dudes was like from little bitty small gangs, man. You know, dudes up in there, man. I felt so bad for this one youngster, man. He was just screaming all night, man. And he was just a little bitty dude, man. And the dude was beating his ass, and I was like, man, that's just some fucked up shit. That's some horrible shit. Do you know Bud from Under the Groove? Yeah, Bub is cool, man. I be watching him, man. He talks Unity all the time. Right, right. I was in there with Lil Doc, bro. He's right about that, bro. So why didn't you or it in the morning? Man, I wasn't finna do nothing. Yeah. Look, bro, I was 17 years old, saying I was 18 years old, bro, up in there, right? I was I was following protocol. You know, I wasn't trying to get out of my lane, out of my place, or my statue, or nothing like that, right? Um, at that particular time, I couldn't stand up to none of that stuff because my older homies wouldn't let us stand up to nothing like that. Now, if they was gonna stand up to him, we was gonna fall in line. But at that time, bro, even though we didn't like it, I just made sure it wasn't gonna happen to me. It's four. How many Eddies y'all have? It's four. I don't know, man. It was so many dudes, man. I don't know. Yeah, right. At the time, they were getting pressed by Monster and the HKs. At that, nah, man, wasn't nobody getting pressed, dude. Monster wasn't pressing nobody up in there, man. I don't even see. This is why, man. A lot of dudes, if you're not from our generation, and if you don't know these brothers, man, Monster did a lot of pressing in YA. Monster didn't press too many people up in that county jail, bro, when he got of age, and he didn't press too many dudes up in the penitentiary, man. You know, Monster was a part of a structure where he couldn't do that. you know, and you was there when he was pressing. I don't even know who you are, man. So the monster wasn't doing too much pressure up in there, man. When I was there, he wasn't doing that. I know me and him had a run in, but it wasn't to the point where it wasn't to the point where, you know, they had the upper hand, but, you know, alhamdulillah, they didn't do nothing to me. Right. Yeah, you had to learn how, brother, everybody know how to fight. In the situation, the only way to earn your respect for the rape to handle your business. Right. No, you need to, you get raped, bro, Kevin, you need to kill one of them dudes. When did I read Monster Book? When it first came out. When I first heard about it, I got it and I read it. When it first came out, I was shocked that I was up in there, you know, because I had one of my ex-comrades. He was like, man, you up in that book, man? I was like, yeah. He said, you and your brother. He was like, man, I was like, yeah. So I just read the book, and when I read it, there's a lot of truth to it, and some of it's not. Did I laugh? Yeah, I laughed, bro. I laughed at it. Nah, man, he wasn't terrorizing our neighborhood like that, bro. He, like I said, man, in jail, he was a force to be reckoned with, like YA and stuff like that. But him coming inside the section, he came over there like one time that I seen, and then we seen Monster on the outskirts at the street race. But other than that, Monster was see, bro. Y'all got to realize, bro, what's going on, baby. Monster was a target, and Monster wasn't stupid. Dude, if a dude from that section over there got a hold of Monster, that was a huge strike. So Monster wasn't putting himself in harm's way like that, bro. Period. You said in your era, in the 80s, y'all actually grew up with y'all so-called. Yep. They did, not me. The brothers in the first and second generation did. I didn't. I came right after them. Nah, bro. Nah, he didn't act like that, bro. Nah. See, that brother wasn't no bully in our era, bro. You know, he made, he had a couple of dudes were scared of him, but the majority of the brothers in our section wasn't scared of him, bro. At all, because we knew who he was. We knew him. You know, we wasn't scared. None of us was scared of each other, bro. Petey Whack is like the second generation. Big U is the third generation. Me and Big U is the third generation. We came right after them brothers. I came in, I moved over there in 82. I didn't come off the porch in 83. Big U used to be over there. He used to be like off the artisan, like a hustler type dude on the AG side, going over his, he didn't stay over there, but he was like going over his cousin them house. You know, he was an artisan dude. He was a hustler type dude, and he didn't come off the porch until 84 when his cousin got killed. Nah, man, he wasn't doing none. Hey, bro, he wasn't doing none of that, man. Man, he wouldn't be here right today if he would have been doing that, bro. What's G-Bob? Lil G-Bob or Big G-Bob? Yeah, I put hands on him, bro. Yeah. Petey Whack, yup. In your opinion, who has the best squabble and what the... Hey, bro, I'm gonna keep on saying that, bro, to you, bro. You cannot give nobody no best squabble over there, bro, because everybody knew how to get down, bro. Yeah, Big G Bob is before me. I know Big G Bob tall self. Yeah, I know him. I know he used to be on 10th Avenue a lot with us. By the tribes that Why there's so many real ones on the other states, other area? Right, right. That's right, baby. Right. A lot of brothers been betrayed, man. Right. That's right, Adrian. It's like too many people. Y'all were cowards for doing Joker's family like that. Come on, man. I didn't have nothing to do with that, bro. Me and my family didn't have nothing to do with that, bro. Monster was a short little dude. He wasn't that tall, man. He was like, I think 5'6", 5'7", or something like that. He was just big, wide, stocky, big hands, big arms, big forearms, big muscles, and big, and just intimidating looking. I don't know. You got to ask Kenny Kingpin about that, bro. I don't know him either, bro. I don't know him. Tony B, I don't know. I don't know that brother like that. Right, right. That's right, Adrian. Did Space go get down with Big Rab or Big Sody? I don't know. I don't know. I know he said it, but you know, you got that's what I'm saying. You have to ask Kenny Kingpin because I wasn't there. So if Kenny Kingpin said that, bro, he was there. I wasn't there, so I don't know. You know, I don't look at the brother to be a lion type dude. So he was there. He was there, and he had a story to tell, bro. See, you guys got to understand, man. I don't care how much rep you have. If you get caught out of bounds somewhere, bro, I don't care how tough you is, how I don't care how tough you get caught out of bounds, bro. You have a different type of energy, man. Hey, Adrian Cooks, I didn't do no sea walking, brother. I knew how to dance. That wasn't in my repertoire. I knew how to dance. I'm talking about like dance for real. That wasn't in Lancaster. That was in Calipatra. What happened between me and him? You ain't heard the story? Tell me what happened. I'll tell you right if you right or not. Yeah, we were skating a lot. And that turn, I don't look to get paid off that, man, because I have a good job, bro. You and my brother with Sellies? Oh, okay. Um, I have a good job, bro. I'm cool, man. It's just like, man, I just want to bring awareness to this stuff, man, because you know, a lot of dudes, uh, a lot of dudes, man. You from East Coast? Okay, all right. A lot of dudes need to be saved, man. You know, a lot of dudes need to, you know, that myth need to be, them idols need to be destroyed, bro, because they don't understand, man. Even though we come from that stuff will destroy your life, bro. Yeah, I knew Turtle. Hey, Danny, if you already know the story, then what happened? If you should know the story already. Let's put it like this: it was on and cracking on that joint. Now you saying Don the one. Now you saying something that's reasonable. That's that's educational and all that other shit you've been saying on here, bro. See it last the monster. I get it, bro. You have a bigger mission and want to complete. Right, right. That's it, bro. You know. Nah, bro. They older. They too old. They older than me. Boss Knight. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did time with Kev Mac brother. I was in Donovan with him on my way home. I was there with Bam. Do I know Clay? CJ. No, I don't know him. All right, I'll tell him. How do we get to mess and realize it though? Right, right. I don't care about the money, man. See, when dudes be on here, dudes be thinking you trying to get paid or your page monetized or what it may be, bro. It's not even like that for me, man. I get on here because I'm beating the drum for my little brother because Big U went to jail and he was my last outlet to try to help him get him free. But now that he's in jail, I have to do what I have to do to bring, light to the, to the case, to the situation, which is going very well right now. I don't know about that MT. I don't know him, bro. You may have to ask Roz A them about him. I don't know nothing about that. So that's why I do it, man. And then when I do get on here, dudes ask questions, and I try to answer things best of my ability. If I wasn't there, I wasn't there. If I don't know, I don't know. But if I was there, I'm gonna tell you about it. Stuff like that. So, is there a dude named K man for your side? I think so. Right, inshallah. Here's some ECG unit crib. What is that? Well, these dudes be crazy up in here sometimes, man. I don't know. I don't know about that, Tony, but bro, I don't know why he did that, bro. I really don't know, man. That's by the local production. Right, Daddy. Good, right. That's crazy, man. But Spider Loco, all right, man. I talk to him every now and then, man. I talk to the brother, man, especially when he was going through whatever he was going through. And I like, man, it's like, bro, if you have, see, your reputation precedes itself. You don't have to, when you've been through the trenches. All right, I tell him to hit you, Danny. Just go to my IG. Is staying ready, staying_ready, and then I can hook you up with him. Yeah, it's cold out here, man. By this beach here, it's always cold. Yeah, but if he just dude down the one. If your reputation precedes itself and everybody else don't know you and hasn't been in your era and dudes get to talking crazy and saying you this and saying you that and they don't know you, man, I laugh at that, bro. Yeah, I don't think Kev Mac was, man. I'm gonna tell you like Kev Mac, man. Kev Mac always been a brother, man, where he always didn't have no friction with too many people, bro. And and I don't think he really understood. Lamont said, I don't think he understood, man, what was going on. You know, in that aspect, I don't think he knew what was going on. Hey, I grew up out there in Carson, bro. Hey, Danny, I never, ever in my life, I let dudes know that I grew up out there in Carson on Gladwick, where all them brothers was at. You'll never see me go through that. Kelsey used to get mad. Me and Kelsey used to be in the county when he had that murder. I used to come up, I was up in there, and I'd be sitting in there in a cell with him, and he'd be like, hey man, he used to be telling the brothers from the 60s, this is my homeboy. You know, he grew up with us, et cetera, et cetera. But I did, you know, and I don't, that's just what it is. Yeah, I knew Banker T. Come on now. Yeah, I know Little Psycho. Right, I know them brothers. Yeah, I stayed on Gladwick, bro. I graduated from Banny, so you know how it is, brother. I stayed out there, man. I grew up out there. I played ball out there and everything, bro. Went to Curtis. I went to Broadacres, Curtis, and Banny. I know all of them too, H.O. I know all of them. I call them by their names, their first and last name. Wait a minute, hold on. They say Kelmac laughed with Big U because he was stupid. Your generation is somewhat responsible. Yeah, I believe my generation is responsible for a lot of stuff, bro. Yes, I do. I stayed next door to Guck. I went to Leetwood, Curtis, Carson, yeah. It's just a habit, man. Sometimes I take it off one day, man, but it's just a habit, man. You know, when me and the brothers be working out, you know, it's like for breathing treatment and stuff like that, man. I keep my wind up like that, but I just have it on. But I take it off one day. That's it, and that's all. With short guy from 5'5" and Lancaster. I don't know, Mr. So What. I don't know. Where you stay at, Eddie? What city? Marina Del Rey. Yeah, Leetwood. You went to Leetwood? I might have been in a cell with somebody from 5'5". I don't know. Nah, Lamont, I had told Kelmac about that story before he even did it, because he called me. And I told him he just did that. I don't know why he did that, man. I just cleared it up, because I told him, even when he dropped it, I told him, I was like, bro, that's not what it is. He said, well, you can clear it up, and that's what I did, bro. Yeah, 600 stay out here too. Yeah, I heard. Where is Kelsey's son? Ain't he little Kelsey? Nah, not yet. He ain't came at me for an interview. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot down there, to Vegas, and I'm gonna pull up on the brother, man, and treat the brother out, take him out, and chill out with him. You know, give him some salutes. You know, and me and him, we can just sit down and chop it up. Yeah, because he said I had a 38, and I was like, bro, we never carry no 38s, man. You know, I was like, man, we don't carry no 38s back then, man. You know, man, we was carrying nine. I was carrying nines, man. I 38. And then he was saying Big U didn't run. Big U didn't run. Big U big ass broke the gate. He broke this fence, the big gate in the backyard, man. Them dudes, hey, bro, I should have ran, to be honest with you, man. They came out of there with all them automatic weapons, man, them choppers and everything. Man, man, but I knew Black Dog, so I didn't run, man. It doesn't make me the big man or nothing like that, bro. It's just like I just knew Black Dog. I knew Black Dog, and all they was trying to just do get something straight, man. And it wasn't no big deal like that. You know, so that's just what that was, man. Lamont Richards. But you know what? Sometimes, man, when some brothers don't want to offend other brothers, you know, other homies and stuff like that, man. But I don't know, man. But he died, man. I heard about he. I don't know what year, but he not here no more. I don't know what he doing up in there, bro. You know, I think they respect him up in there because he got, you know, he hit, you know, he hit the news wave, but you know, if he up in there and I don't know if he running anything. I don't think he want to run nothing right now up in there. I don't think he trying to do nothing. I think he's probably staying to himself. Now, I don't think Lamont, I don't think he gonna do that. He got too much pride for that. And then if he over there around the Muslims, they ain't going for that anyway. If he around any type of brothers that's Muslims and he over there trying to be around them and function with them, brothers ain't going for that. That's one thing that I know the Muslims they ain't going for that. You know. But I don't think he up in there trying to run nothing either, brother. You know, I think the brother's smarter than that, not to try to run anything anywhere because, you know, he still got an ongoing investigation. And God forbid that right. God forbid that he go up in there and do some stupid shit like that. I don't think he's gonna do nothing like that, bro. You know, respectfully. So it's like, man, you guys got to understand, like I said, common sense is common. And sometimes, you know, if you think in a certain way about something, I don't know about that, man. I think they look up to him, but I don't know. I hope not. You said you never thought PDWAC would either. What are you talking? Yeah, no, you stupid. Yeah, it ain't so common nowadays, bro. It's like, hey man, when you in trouble, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. When you in trouble and you fighting a case, you not trying to bring no extra stuff, man, on nothing. You stupid, Lamont. You don't want to bring nothing, man. I'm telling you, man, you don't want to bring all that craziness, all that stupid stuff, bro. You want to try to get away from all that, man. You don't want to, man. I'm telling you, man, they probably got so many informants up in there right now, so many dudes, man, up in there trying to get up under him and trying to, you know, get information from him and all type of weird shit, man. Come on, man. That's how they play up in there, man. They not playing no games, man. You know, he can't be talking about nothing. I hope he just talking. If he talking about anything, I hope he talking about sports and some other bullshit other than his case, man. He can't show no emotions. He can't be talking about who told on him. He can't be talking about none of that shit, man. I mean, none of that shit, man. If he do, he already fighting an uphill battle. Nah, he's in MDC. So man, I don't think the brother that stupid, man, to do some shit like that, man. Even if you mad and in your emotions and your feelings, you can't do that. Nah, hell nah. Nah. No rivals could come in the section and get no bread. We would have broken that house or something. We would have did something. We would have did something to that. Nah, that wasn't happening. Now I may catch a dude on the outskirts, like going down Florence and Weston. I may catch a dude like that slipping, and I'll pull up and I'll be like, "Hey, bro, you slipping?" You know, I did a couple of dudes like that, and then I just walked off. I don't know how Boo doing, brother. This dude's stupid. He said Skip had an experience. What Skip you talking about, brother? right? So he's stupid, man. From 20s, I don't know, man. I don't skip from 20. I don't know, bro. I don't know skip, so I don't know. Like Junior did 600 the other night. Who was Junior? What did he do to 600? What are you talking about? No, I never met no Huey P. Newton. No, I knew one dude from Harvard Park, man. Um, he was a tall. I forgot that dude name, man, but he stayed over there where my father stayed at, man. And Fee had a problem with Tookie, man, because Tookie was trying to make Fee do something to one of his homeboys, and even though one of his homeboys was foul, like the way we was growing up, man, you wouldn't put your hands on one of us unless we did it ourselves. No, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do nothing, bro. I don't do absolutely nothing. Okay, they shut the movie. Yeah. No, now turn. I don't. My plans for the night, bro. I have a big day tomorrow, so I got to get ready for that. What's the D? No, I don't know him, bro. I don't know how old is he. Hey, Nat Turner, I'm gonna tell you why I don't get high, bro. This is why I don't get high. We used to do that stuff when I first came around there. We used to like smoke weed, put a little cocaine in it, and it only happened like it was like a 2 month stint, because I went to jail. After that, like 2 months, and then when I was in jail in the county, the older homies, they would like frown upon that. They was like always schooling me on how you had to be sober on the streets to make sure you don't get caught slipping. If you're doing any type of illegal activities, you need to have a clear mind and stuff like that. So it was like frowned upon. So after that, I never used to, when I came home, I never used to do anything, and I just used to, be in the streets, get into the bag, be on my shit and stuff like that, man. And once you like that, bro, you have a clear mind. You know what I'm saying? Um, and the way we was moving out there, bro, you had to have a clear mind, man, because we was doing a whole lot of stuff, bro. Dean said he was running, 600 was running, made him in his life. Man, come on, get out of here, man. And OGC Day, CJ, that's why I asked. Nah, bro, I don't. Was you in Ironwood with a Disa? Used to be Sneak from Long Beach? I wonder if Kelsey coming home, man. I thought he should be up out of there by now. I know about Harvard Gangster Crips, man. I know MT. I know about them brothers, man. I know what Harvard is when you said that. What are you talking about, HO? What the story you heard as a kid? What do you mean? No, Joe Dog from Long Beach. Mm. I take it you out now, right? Brother, you free, you out. It's a lot of brothers, man, that went in the 80s. They all out here now, man. Alhamdulillah. Because it was like some brothers, man, when they was giving out them numbers, man, brothers. I don't know how Kelsey ended up in jail. He did some stupid shit. I think he killed somebody. I forgot he killed somebody, man. I don't know, man. I'm gonna call them some of them brothers. I'm gonna call my little cousin out there, man. He'll tell me. Um, but I know he was. I think he was in there for a hot one, man. So I don't know exactly what happened. That's what's up, man. I've been home 17. Man, that jailhouse ain't no place to be, huh, bro? That shit is trash. Yeah, where it is was funny was 111, 112. As a kid, I said he got somebody from 111, 112 neighborhood. Kid, I said he got it. Oh, he said, "Oh, my mama." Right, man. That penitentiary, man. I'm telling you, man. A brother don't miss that stuff, man, at all. This big jawbreaker. Oh yeah, he probably did. What's up, big jawbreaker? How you doing, brother? How old are you, man? What era? What generation you out of? What generation you from? Yeah, HO, I know what you're talking about. MT, I really never, really never, man. In Compton, man, and, see, in my era, bro, you had to stay. It's just certain areas you didn't go to because if you weren't familiar with certain things, you get caught out of bounds somewhere, you don't know where you at, bro. You from my generation, and your name is Big Jawbreaker? Come on, bro. I don't know no Big Jawbreaker from my generation, man. Unless you go by another name, bro. So it's like, man, back then you had to be safe, man. I don't know you, bro. If your name is Big Jawbreaker, I don't know you, bro. Your name ring bells? Shit, I guess it did, man. If it ringing bells, man, ring bells. I don't care, man. If you want to be Big Jawbreaker and your name's ring bell, brother, let it ring bells, bro. Alhamdulillah. You know, that's your story, man. Hey, bro, that's your story. I'm not gonna sit here and say that's your story, that's your life. Who am I to say you're not that person? I can't say you're not that person, bro. So if that's your story, man, that's your story, brother, man. And that's the way we're gonna keep it, and that's how we're gonna move, bro. Be honest, Nip wasn't. Yeah, he was respected, bro. But I just think, man, there's certain things, man, that he should have did differently. I watched that brother. I watched that brother when I first came home in 2008, and he made a huge transformation. I watched him go from a ignorant little kid to a full grown conscious man. Oh man, my day was pretty cool, man. I was up in there with all them white folks today, Mike Lowry, and man, sometimes, man, I'll be up in there with them, brother. T-Bone died, bro. Um, um, I was up in there with them white folks today, man. Sometimes they be pissing me off, bro, cause they say the stupidest shit, man, and they say it over and over and over again. Like I've been like, you do your job, and it's like you know your craft, and they tell you how to do your craft. And my main guy, that the white guy, he took me up on his wing when I first came home, and he taught me the ropes, made me get my contractor's license and all that stuff. He be looking at me, and I be looking at him, and he be saying, man, and he'll be tapping me. It's okay, bro. Just don't say nothing right now. Wait till we leave. Wait till they leave. And we still don't follow their protocol. We just do what we need to do on our own. Yeah, bro. It depends if you got a record. If you don't have a record, yeah, you could get hooked up, man. Noodles from Five Deuce Broadway. Yeah, I did. I knew him, of course. What Lil Feat thoughts about Nip put on for the '60s? I don't know. I ain't never talked to him about that, bro. You know, like I said, man, if you talk to Lil Feat now, man, it's like he be on some straight positive type stuff, bro. He far removed from the bullshit. I don't feel no type of way. I don't. Oh, I never knew Thundercat, bro. So I know you lying now. You know, to be honest with you, bro, I don't feel no type of way about that brother, man. You know that brother. He was in his lane, and I was in my lane, and I don't feel no type of way, man. It's unfortunate he got caught up the way he got caught up, and you know I just don't like the lies that was being told that he told people and stuff like that, man. That's the only problem I had with that brother, man. You have a felony, that's all. I don't. Hey, HO, I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna ask my boy tomorrow about you. All right, we'll touch bases on that. You know, so I don't really too much trip off that, man, because one, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Once you be too consumed with something, you never move forward. You're gonna always be stagnated about something else. Now, if a dude want to know some history or something like that, I can explain that. If dudes want to know what happened, I can explain that. But me being consumed with something, you'll never catch me being consumed with anything and nothing, man. That whatever goes on in society, whatever goes on with other people's lives, if dudes want to be the hardest dudes on the internet, if dudes want to be the hardest dudes in that section, if dude, what's up, like bright? If dudes want to be this big bad dude, you go ahead, man. You know, cause they got prizes for dudes like that. You know, so and that's just what that is, man. You know, so you let people just be them, man. You know, if you have this so-called reputation, you don't need to explain yourself to other individuals. Or if somebody's saying something about you and it's not true, and if a person ain't put their hands on you, man, why would you even it's like even go there with somebody. Cause when dudes be talking, now I'm not the face of the '60s, bro. I'm Muslim. We're gonna let somebody else be the face of the '60s, bro. I ain't gonna never be that. I hope so they drop the death penalty. Right, that's right. They got a lot of places like that with a lot of people, right? Oh, Genius said 600 help. Nah, he ain't help with that case, bro. I can't put that on him, man. You know, I read the work, man. So I ain't gonna never do that, man. You know, I know for a certainty he didn't have nothing to do it. You know, so like you know, if how can you be the face of something and it's not gonna get you anywhere? And you got to understand, man. Like brothers got to be careful, man, being the face of these sections and these hoods and this gang stuff because even if you're not a part of what your homies is doing, they're gonna contribute that to you. You know, and when they contribute that to you, you're gonna be just like Big U. You know, you're gonna be somewhere, brother, that with a lot of busters, they telling on you, you know, because they was cowards and he didn't have nobody basically around him and he didn't have no check and no balance. So when you be the face of something, bro, and these dudes out there doing some stupid shit, that what comes with it, bro, because they're gonna tell on you, man. These dudes nowadays, bro, I don't care if they in my generation or the generation before me, or the generations under me, and the generation now. Dudes are not going to jail anymore for anybody, brother. That is out the window. That's over. Dudes is not doing that, bro. Dudes and seeing their homeboys, their family members go in there and stay down, and they become an afterthought. These, especially these youngsters, bro, you cannot even send these youngsters on mission now, bro, nowadays. And they get caught, they gonna tell. They gonna tell, bro. For sure they gonna tell. You know, all these dudes with all these big name hardcore dudes that still in the streets and they still want to function in my, like in my generation or before me and before that, they for a fact them dudes ain't going to jail. Right, right. Keith Thompson, yeah. Fee about like 42. So we too old. We can't do it no more. You know, it's like we can't do it. No, no, that character wasn't him, bro. No, it was somebody else. That was another internet lie. Behind me to the left. Hey, hey, Don the one. Behind me to the left. Do you know what they'll get if they walked up on me behind to the left? Right here? This way? You understand. They're sure going to talk. Yeah, so man, it's like I said, bro, common sense. Sometimes people don't have common and they don't have a lot of sense, bro. And that's why a lot of us, man, we get caught up doing what we get caught up doing. Was you a part of the grid program? Hey, bro. Hey, Light Bright. I ain't been over there in 34 years. I ain't been part of nobody program. I walked away from that. I walked away from that stuff when I was 27 years old inside the penitentiary, bro. When I seen that them dudes was capable of putting me in harm's way and stop me from getting free over their own stupidity, I was like, nah, I'm done with this shit. What happened to Big U was he did not fully submit to the will of Allah. Right, right. There you go. There you go, P Brown. That's exactly what I said. Damn crazy free them brothers. That's crazy. Right. It's like, man, I'm telling you, man, it's like if you ever did time, I don't know if a lot of brothers you did time or nothing like that. Sometimes you go to the yard and you be going, you going out by your day, you going to work out, do your program and stuff like that. But your homies over here, they in a crowd huddle and they having a meeting. You go to the meeting, man. They over there discussing something that's straight stupid. They want to go to war over something straight stupid. They want to go to war over cap of weed. They gonna want to go to war over because this nigga looking at me stupid. They want to go to war because I don't like this dude. Man, that shit was stupid, bro. And then you got the lifers up. You got some homies that got life, and you got some that don't. And I'm sitting there, man. I'm analyzing these dudes, man. I'm paying attention to these dudes, bro. And because I'm not a follower, bro. And I'll be like, man, what did you say? Oh man, man, this one particular dude, man, I couldn't stand this dude. He's from the section. I'm not gonna say his name. This one dude was up in there, was like, yeah, man, little homie and all this and all that. And I looked at that dude, and he don't know I know everything about him. I know his case and everything. You know what I told that dude? I said, dude, you ain't never did nothing for the section anyway, dude. You can't tell me shit. You ain't slid nothing. You up in here, dude, for robbing a nigga in the alley for a watch and you killed him. Nigga, get the fuck out my face. See, dudes like that need to be checked. When dudes like that thinking they got the yard, but they ain't really did nothing, what I'm saying, up to the neighborhood or something like for the neighborhood and think he got the car and all that, man. I used to check dudes like that, bro. Get the hell up out of here, man. It was amazing to me, man, how dudes used to try to put dudes in harm's way, bro. And they never did nothing to that sex just because you did some smoker shit and some stupid shit. You want to come to the penitentiary and you done got your shit together. You want to run the yard. Okay, you can run the yard, man, but don't try to put us in harm's way over your stupidity. We ain't going for that shit, man. Dude's stupid, man. You go do it. Man, that nigga, I ain't gonna. Me and Lil No Good was there. Me and Lil No Good was the one. Me and Lil No Good, brother. Me and Lil No Good. When I started going off on Lil No Good, started going off on him, man. It was funny, man. That dude was like, damn, man. I'm like, yeah, dude. We come from that, brother. We was in the field. We was in the trenches, man. You can't tell us shit. Oh man, come on. Horace and Williams in jail too. Yeah, Horace in jail. Nah, brother. Yeah, yeah. He tough, right? I was like, come on, bro, man. It's like, man, when you well, see, the thing is, bro, a lot of brothers don't understand about leadership. Leadership is you have to make sure you don't put the groups in harm's way, bro. No, I don't have no. Oh, Rudy. Yeah, I got a lot of Rudy. Yeah, Rudy, man. Hey, I got a lot of Rudy stories. Hey, leadership is like you can't put your group in harm's way, bro. Sometimes you got to do the thinking for the group, right? And sometimes these dudes inherit leadership just because they've been around longer, they older, they're a bigger homie and stuff like that, but they be dumb as rocks. You know what I'm saying? Leadership is not about who's older and who been around the longest. Leadership is like who is smarter and who is capable enough to lead the group to the point where the group is being safeguarded all the way around. And a lot of them doing you dealing with that gang culture, they don't have that, bro. Oh, that's the big homie, so we gonna have to do what the big homie say. Hell nah. You don't have to do what the big homie say. If the big homie trying to put you in harm's way, you ain't gotta do that shit, man. You don't have to do that, even if you gotta go against the grain yourself, man. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. If you the only one and they don't agree with you, brother, you can put a demonstration down. I guarantee you they will never come at you like that ever again. I know a lot of stories about Nicky Brown, bro. Nicky Brown, that was the brother, man. That was the homie. He's one of my ex comrades. I'm just saying, man. It's like, right, doesn't make him a general, bro. You got a lot of old dudes, man. And then you got to understand, man. It's like, and especially if he a booty goon, how you gonna run the car and you a booty goon? Man, get the man. If you don't, I'm telling you, bro. It's like, it's it's like, man, that stuff used to blow me away, man, because it's like, especially if you're not a follower, bro. They do not like dudes. They do not like dudes, bro, that have their own mind, man, up in there, man. Because you are hard to tame, bro. Cloud. Right. It's like, man, it's nothing wrong, man, with standing up on your own, man. Especially if this is your life and you're trying to get back home to your family. Hey, man, do what you need to do to get home. And I trip off because they forcing these yards, these 50-50 yards on a lot of brothers now, man. And I get calls from brothers up in there. They be like, oh yeah, man, what do you think, bro? Abdul Aziz. Hey brother, assalamu alaikum, brother. What do you think? I was like, what do you I said, you want to come home? He said, yeah. I said, but you need to come home. The hell what everybody else thinking about, bro. Bring your butt home. Okay, go ahead. I hope you get some when you get them chili cheese fries, brother. I hope they good for you over there, brother. They not healthy, but go ahead and grab you some. And I tell brothers, I say, man, when you get out here, bro, I say, do you know how many dudes I done ran into, man, that I done seen got rolled up off yards, bro? And I done seen these dudes like in Home Depot or running these dudes in Hollywood or running these dudes in restaurants. And I see them, I was like, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? And they be trying to explain their situation. I be like, bro, I don't care about that, man. You did what you have to do, bro. Alhamdulillah, you free, you free. All right, cool. You know. Is it possible before these? You ain't gonna be able to. It's not gonna be right now, MT. The way they pushing, you're not gonna be able to avoid them. You're not gonna be able to avoid them yards, bro. If you want to go home, they make it. I'm telling you, CDCR is making it to the point. Either you want to go home, or we're gonna send you somewhere that we're gonna make sure you don't go home. So they're gonna force that stuff on dudes, man. And it don't mean that you gotta rock with these dudes or kick it with these dudes or anything like that, brother. Your goal is to get free. And if your homie or your comrades, man, they don't understand that, man, they're not your homeboy, man. Because the ultimate goal, man, is to get home. Yeah, they doing it on purpose, bro. They doing that shit on purpose. I don't know how people don't see that. They doing that on purpose, man. Right? They know they doing it on purpose. They gaining control on what's going on, brother. It takes a strong spirit to go against the grain and stand right. Right. That's right, Pete Brown. That's what it is. So I don't know why, man, brothers be like, see, one thing about life, bro, it's your life, right? And either you're gonna let your homeboys and them dictate on how you supposed to live your life and how you supposed to function and how you supposed to get free back to your family. And if you do that, brother, you's a coward to me. And I speak volumes of volumes on what type of man you are. Your job is to make sure you get home. And if they your friends or they your comrades or whoever they mean and dudes don't respect that, they're not your friend, man. You might as well cut them loose and keep it moving. And that be the problem in society right now. Even in this time right now, I got dudes my age still being dictated to. Oh, why you talking to him? Or why you dealing with this dude? Or why you doing this and then you doing that? Dudes be up under so much peer pressure, they can't even think for themselves, bro. That speaks volumes of who you are as a man, dude. You's a pussy. No disrespect. You just a pussy, man. You can't even stand on your own too, bro. It's incredible, man, how dudes can't stand on their own too, bro. It doesn't make any sense. It's okay not to agree into disagree, agree or disagree with one of your folks, bro. And you just explain why you disagree with like man, I'm not finna get into it with that brother, man, just because you don't like him. Man, dude, I'm not finna do that. Dude ain't never done nothing to me. He did something to you. Now you telling me that I don't you know right now, brother. Right. It's okay to agree to disagree with each other, man, because that's what homeboys do. That's where the check and balance comes in at. And a lot of time, man, you don't have that check and balance, man. If I see one of my partners do something stupid, man, even with 600, if I'm like, bro, don't do that stupid shit, bro. And I explain why not to do certain stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. It's just like, man, it's like certain things, man, that we don't supposed to do, man. If you see one of your homeboys, man, finna jump off the bridge, you're gonna tell him, all right, yeah, cuz, oh, blood, man, yeah, go and jump off. You're gonna be hard, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna remember you as a hard nigga. You jumped off the bridge. Man, dudes is crazy, man. Dudes be literally want you to just to listen to them, man. They be playing the mind games and all that old bullshit, man. Oh man, I don't understand. I'll be like, man, get the hell up out of here, man. But man, the main goal is, brother, it's like dudes need to basically maintain their discipline, get out here and get to the bag. If you have an enemy, you have an enemy. Don't get to the point where it'll consume you, where you're gonna trick yourself off the street. If not gonna do nothing, man, you just not gonna do nothing, man. And it's okay. You just don't mess with him no more and shit like that. If a dude slander you, he slander you. As long as he don't put his hands on you, you ain't gonna have to demonstrate or demo on him. You know. So that's my philosophy, man. Dudes talk about me like a dog, bro. And I sit back and laugh because I know my character. I know who I am as a man, and I don't give a shit. But if you come in my lane, you bother me, You talking that shit. I don't do a lot of talking. I'm not the toughest dude. If I feel any type of vibe, I'm gonna demonstrate and I'm gonna ask questions later, bro. So and that just what that be, man. All right, man. I've been over here on like 105 minutes, man. You brother, I got a big long day tomorrow, man. You brothers take care, brothers and sisters, whoever up in here. Be safe, be careful. Don't be a boy, don't be a follower, and always maintain your discipline. Assalamu alaikum.